Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and I am so pumped up. The Origins update is coming out this week, and Sean Murray, he's tweeting up a storm. Well, not a storm, but he's teasing us definitely for sure. But before we get too deep into this video, I just want to say, holy cow, 87,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing, and I just am so thankful for you guys. But we're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, you guys. So if you're not subscribed to the channel and you're into No Man's Sky, do me a favor. Look right down below this video, hit that red subscribe button for me. Get us to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I have so many cool things planned out depending on which day it is. So I can't wait to get there, and thank you so much for your support on the channel. So let's just jump into the details. When he announced the Origins update was coming, the first thing I went back to was the first ever trailer they put out for the game. And I think that there's a lot in this, because I think this update is actually going to make them go back to what their initial vision for the game is. And you can get their initial vision by going back to the original trailer. This released in 2013, 3 years before the game actually came out. And I mean, just look at this thing. Number one, you can see it looks beautiful. I love the colors, and they're doing this really cool. They did this for a while. It's just the music, and I would highly recommend. I can't use the soundtrack because YouTube will just destroy my channel if I do. So I'm putting in some other music underneath me right now, but the soundtrack for No Man's Sky is probably the coolest thing. No, I shouldn't say the coolest thing. One of the cooler things about the game. Now, if you don't know, it's 65 Days of Static. Go check out their music because they're pretty awesome. But the other thing about this is that it's so bright and colorful. And I mean, and they did this for a while. They just showed the music, and then they had a switch when the Atlas, the Pathfinder update came out. They switched over to a female announcer, like a female narrator. So that was kind of cool. But anyway, go back to the original trailer, and you see just beautiful reds and blues. I think they're going to go back to the original color scheme of really, really bright colors, which is really cool. The greens. But yeah, going along with this trailer, I mean, look at this thing. It's very smooth, and you can tell this is actual gameplay because you can see that those mountains, they actually like came into focus, like they loaded in, which is really cool. I mean, they actually used gameplay in the trailer, which I mean, a lot of bigger companies don't do that. They say game engine used or whatever, and they just, you know, do a cinematic or a cutscene. This is actually probably what the game looked like back in 2013, because you can see, you know, the assets loading in, like on the planets and stuff. It looks so cool. And look at that. That looks like an Atlas terminal for an Atlas seed. They had crashed freighters. I mean, look at this. This is like what we got already. There's a lot more Sentinels, I'll say that. You know, the destruction of asteroids. And of course, we all can't go through this without mentioning the huge worms. I mean, look at this thing. I'm going to slow this thing down and show it to you guys. I wish that this would happen. I mean, and also, if you pause it real fast, look at the background. Look at the background back there. There is some kind of, I mean, I wouldn't call it a city. Maybe it's a town, but there's some kind of a settlement back there, it looks like. I mean, there's flags everywhere. And I mean, that could be what turned into trading post. Who knows? I mean, that could just be a trading post, the early idea for a trading post, and now we have these little platforms and stuff. But before they were on the ground, I don't know. But this worm, holy cow, that is going to be the big deal. I hope they add bigger animals into the game with this update, but who knows? Now, the other thing that they did was, there's a trailer in 2014 that came out. It's called the Portal gameplay trailer, and they have the loading screen that we remember. You see this, the loading screen coming in as it's loading in all the textures. But there's one thing that's different. Check this out. That is crazy. It went right into the planet. Are you kidding me? I hope that's what they changed. If they could add that, that would be an amazing loading screen. I mean, can you imagine? It literally zooms in on the system you are currently in, and it goes right down into the planet. I mean, I don't know how they would be able to do that. That seems like it would take a lot of power to do that, but who knows? I mean, maybe they can do that now, but I would love to see that come back into the Origins update. But the other thing is, I mean, look at this planet. There are so many plants and animals. It's insane. And I think that's going to be another feature, is there's going to be more animals present, more flora present, more plants and stuff. Because right now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there are some planets that have kind of a busy area. Like there's some plants, but nowhere near how much. I mean, look at this thing. There are plants everywhere. Every couple inches, there's a plant, there's an animal. You're tripping over stuff. Whereas now in the game, they're not as prevalent. So hopefully that's what the Origins update also adds, is more, more variety for sure, but also more capacity. That way there's animals and plants all over the place. I would love to see that. And then I couldn't get away from showing you guys this. What they had originally thought for the portals looks really cool. Well, number one, you see this? They're flying around. You see all the stuff loading in the foreground, like it's slowly fading into focus. That, again, this says that it was gameplay to me anyway, because in a cinematic, you wouldn't have to load those in. They would already be there, but because he's flying around and you see it slowly loading in, I think this is gameplay. And you can see the portal. I mean, right here, number one, it looks totally different than the portals we have now. But number two, they actually are so quick. I mean, look at this. I'm not adjusting the trailer at all. And if we consider this actual gameplay, it is almost instantaneous loading. I mean, look at this. Boom. It is so awesome looking. And the portals have moving parts. That looks cool. And again, I mean, look at the plants and the animals in this trailer. They're all over the place. And so I truly think that's what it means. When Sean came out and he tweeted about how this is an Origins update and we're going back to our roots and things like that, I think that's what they mean. They're going back to the original vision they had, and they had to scale back once they started putting in updates and stuff. Because I'm sure they looked at it and said, look, guys, if we're going to add in base building and all this other stuff, we're going to have to scale back all these other really cool looking items, like the terrain, the animals, the plants. We're going to have to scale that back a little bit so we have extra room for base building. But now that they've worked on it for 4 years, they're able to add all this stuff in, and I am so excited, you guys. I'm so pumped up, and hopefully you guys like this video. It's more of a speculation. We're anticipating, it's Monday, so we haven't had the update yet. Everyone thinks it's going to come out on Wednesday. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Do you think it's going to be Wednesday? Do you think they're going to wait till Friday? I don't think they're going to wait till Friday simply because they did that with the Desolation update. And that Desolation update broke some stuff. And so everyone had a hard time over the weekend trying to do the weekend event. Everyone was excited about playing it, but it still had some bugs and glitches. I think they learned from their mistake. They're going to put it out on Wednesday. Let people play it for a day or two. That way, if they could, or if they need to, they will put out a patch to fix anything really quickly on Friday before the weekend event really goes into full swing. I think that's what they're going to do. I think Wednesday makes sense. So, and Sean Murray's out there tweeting 3 oranges today, and today's Monday. So if he tweets out 2 oranges tomorrow, we know that it's either Wednesday or Thursday they're going to put out the update. So, I mean, we don't know it for sure, but that's what the sign would be to me anyway. So hopefully you guys liked the video. And if you did, hit that like button for me. And if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading videos all the time, and I will see you guys next time.